Alright, in this video I'm going to do VHF only. Summit's on the air. I'm here, 8 o'clock. I put the alert in last night and Scott's already calling. So you're going to see the difference between the rubber duck and how crappy it works. And then you'll see the VHF beam. I've got it oriented vertical, and then I have the roll-up J-pole, and we'll see the difference in all three. Don't know if Scott's on a Summit, but we're going to see. He was a little scratchy a second ago.
I've been searching, follow every step, every road, every single trace, analyzing, try to figure out those lines up on your face. You're still a mystery, those secrets kept away from me. Those doors are closed, closed, closed. How can you make the fire burn so brightly when you're so cold, cold, cold? Never rest loneliest together with you, still together with you is where I wanna be. It makes no sense. Never felt happiness together with you.
Now, notice I took the GPS antenna off of this. On the way up here I had the hand mic with the GPS antenna on it. But oh, there's Jeff, K6 QCB. So let me get over there. K6 QCB, you copy KG6 HQD? So, see, rubber duck. K6 QCB, do you copy KG6 HQD? Jeff, you copy?
Copy, are you on the Summit?
I am, Sunset Ridge. This is rubber duck. How does it sound? I'm going to change over to the vertical beam and try to put it on you and see how that picks up too, because I'm doing a different video of VHF only.
You're okay. I'll give you a 5.9 here. I'm also on an HT here inside the house.
Alright, go ahead. I want to look at my S meter.
Alright, yeah, I'm on HT, Jerry, in the house
See,
here. So,
54,
yeah,
flickering 55. Yeah, you're a 54, flickering to a 55, but let me change over to the beam and see if I can orient toward you. Alright, give me just a minute, Jeff.
Alright, Jerry, I'm going to go to the other radio.
Yeah, I'm looking, I want to see the difference in antennas. I'm purposely wanting to do different antennas, so I kind of wanted to have the worst case scenario, like you being on the HT, so I can show the difference between this antenna, you know, just the wire rubber duck thing, versus the roll-up J-pole versus the VHF beam. All right, let's hook up the beam now.
Okay, Jerry, I'm on mobile now.
Yeah, you came up to a 5.9 there, but I'd rather you go back to the HT, to be honest with you, so I can increase my signal and change things, so I could get better, I could show better the results with different antennas, you know?
Okay, I got the HT in my hand still, so go ahead.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to hook up the beam next and try to point it at you. So I had to put this SMA adapter on there to BNC, and then my BNC connector. So now I have to move my GoPro because, well, I could probably get away with it. Let's see. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'll break my connection. See, that's pretty heavy. Hold on to it. K6 QCB KG6 HQD. How's it sound?
Not good, Jerry, you're full quieting on the HT.
Yeah, you came all the way up to 5.9 right there, so that's a huge. I must just have it pointed right at you, or it's just a big difference. So, right on, man. All right, we'll go 59 both ways then, huh? All right, so with Jeff on just the rubber duck HT, it's 5455 on the receive with him on an HT in the house, and so I had the beam oriented vertical, pointed, just happening to point in the right direction. The beam though, you have to it's directional, so you do have to change that. But I went up straight up to a 5.9, full quieting both ways, night and day difference with the beam. But this is a lot of stuff to carry, and I'll go over that in a minute. But now we're going to do the roll-up J-pole and see what that sounds like for Jeff in his house. So I'm going to kind of just set it up on this tree right here. All right, so here's the beam. Notice it's oriented vertical, not horizontal. There is a difference in polarization. This is common with your your antennas. Just think of it like an antenna. But if you go like this, you change it. So Jeff just spotted me. Got the HT right here, 5.2 and 5.80. And then I just put it in a tree. Just there's a little zip tie in the end. It doesn't have to be perfect. But this now it's an omnidirectional antenna. And this thing will make a big difference too. All right, so, oh, that was a tick. That might have been a tick on me. That's the last thing I need, a tick. Oh, yeah, and my GoPro falling. So Jeff just told me that my spot's in. Spotting on 5.20. Oh, crap. Just touching the dirt. Now, ideally, this thing doesn't have a bend in it, but we'll see. A6 QCB KG6 HQD. This is the roll-up J-pole. Are you on the HT again?
Okay, Jerry, I'm on the HT and the spot's in for you.
So how does this sound, this being the roll-up J-pole?
Just as good, you're full quieting.
So you'd put the roll-up J-pole on par with the beam then?
Or yeah, for being this close, it might be different for somebody further away.
Yeah, there's just a very faint hint of white noise, but it's still a full signal 5.9 with it. I got Kevin calling me. Stand by just a minute, Jeff, because I know he's on a short time frame there. W6 RIP KG6 HQD. You copy, Kevin?
Yeah, Roger, Jerry. I got you 5757 Huntington Beach.
All right, you got a couple minutes for me to switch to the beam? Because that's a little more distance. That might help me.
I mean, you're coming in crystal clear. I mean, it's just not super full scale, but I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, but I'm doing some testing with antennas just to kind of show the beam compared to the roll-up J-pole.
Okay, yeah, okay, throw it on there.
All right, stand by one and let me figure out where Huntington Beach is, which I think I should be kind of pointed right at you. Yeah, give me a second. Let me orient this thing at you over the top of Sunset Ridge, and I'll call you right back from the beam.
Okay, copy.
So now we're switching back to the beam because Kevin said 5.7. And now we got more people coming in as well. All right, Kevin, I should be pointed toward you, I think. This is on the beam now, vertically oriented. KG6 HQD calling W6 RIP. Any difference?
Yeah, you're full scale now.
Any white noise or full slam all the way?
Full slam, sounding nice and clear.
Yeah, I mean, the roll-up J-pole, you can't beat it. It's not up very high. It's probably about 7 foot high, just kind of dangling off a bush. I mean, the beam is going to be far superior, but it's also a lot more to carry up here. The backpack was 18 pounds. They had a tripod, the beam, and the roll-up J-pole, 2 HTs, you know, that kind of thing. So VHF only, man. But so you're saying 5.9 all the way now, right? No white noise.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I got my scale here on the 5100, and you're about a 5.6, 5.7 on the last one, and you're full scale now, slamming the S units.
All right, cool. I heard a Newport Beach station in there. I heard you talking to him. The Newport Beach station, you copy KG6 HQD?
KG6 HTD, KX6A, you are 5 and 6 in Newport Beach now.
56. All right, yeah, we got a lot of dirt to push through. Let me move the beam a little bit and see if I can increase that. You said something about the J-pole too, so I'm going to get a test on you because we do have some more dirt between us. Let me move the beam just a little bit. Stand by.
All right, Jerry, 7-3, have fun up there. I'm going to run back in.
All right, brother. Thanks, man, for coming out. Appreciate it. What is that? All right, so we took the beam and we went this way just a little bit because KX6A is in Newport, and it's kind of pointed that way. KX6A KG6 HQD. I moved just a little bit your way. Any noticeable difference?
It's about the same. It's coming up the same on the meter. I heard you talking with somebody in the beginning, and then you switched antennas. That second antenna, if that was your J-pole, was really white noise. And I mean, I could copy you, but it wasn't as good as the beam.
Hand me that antenna right there. All right, you got just a minute. Let me bounce a couple antennas. I want to check, since you're having a little bit of difficulty, I want to check a couple different antennas. But you're saying the strongest you've got me so far is 56?
Yeah, 56
antenna
on my meter, and but I mean, you're completely intelligible, no problem at all.
All right, yeah, you're 59 up here, of course. But let me put on the rubber duck now and see if I can even get you.
November Golf 6 Romeo.
NG6R, give me just a minute. I'm doing some antenna testing with KX6A.
Okay, I just want to give you a signal report. Move on 5.9.
Roger. I'll give you 5.92. Let me put that in the log. Thanks, man. Last station, go ahead, KG6HQD.
Yeah, also want to give you a signal check. You're 5'9" from Palos Verdes, and I'm on a HT.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not even pointing at you. That's totally off the side. What's your call sign again?
Kilo Mike 6, Romeo Bravo Bravo.
KM6RBB. Okay, let me move it your way a little bit, and then I'm going to switch antennas and talk to KX6A and see if he can pick me up with some other stuff. So let me move it your way real quick. Stand by. Another dog? All right, KM6RBB, KG6HQD. It's your way. I hope I didn't overswing it, but how's that? Any difference? KM6RBB, you copy KG6HQD. Did that get worse? Maybe I overshot. KM6RBB, KG6HQD. Hello. Yeah, I was better off pointing it your way a little bit. Let me change that back. I was swinging and talking at the same time there, so we'll see how that is. How's that? Go ahead. Get a bunch of people doubling on top of each other. That's normal. KM6RBB, do you copy KG6HQD? See, right now I'm shooting it right through the top of Sunset Ridge and all the towers over there. So I'm pointing right through all that RF over there. Okay, so we're gonna see, because we're pointing right through those towers over there. So now let me see this. We're gonna put on the rubber duck. Let's see if we can even get Newport Beach right now. All right, KX6A, KG6HQD on the rubber duck, do you copy? Yeah, I don't even think I can even get him.
HQD, this is KM6RBB. Again, full quieting here in Palos Verdes. But again, I'm on an HT and there's a lot around me.
All right, so this is KM6RBB, is that correct? All right, yeah, when I had the beam shooting through Sunset Ridge radio towers, all that RF over there was taking the signal out. So right now I'm just on the rubber duck, and I'm gonna change over and go to the roll-up J-pole, which is still Omni, but a lot more gain. Standby one. All right, we're getting crowded up here on the summit. Everybody wants to hike on Saturday. Why this summit, I don't know, because there's really nothing here. I mean, it's okay, but we'll see. But we're going back to the roll-up J-pole. KM6RBB, KG6HQD on the roll-up J-pole.
HQD, this is KM6RBB. You're coming through, I think, best of all at this point. Full quieting 5'9".
All right, yeah, I've got you 55 on that. And just confirming Romeo Bravo Bravo, is that correct?
Yes, it is. That is correct.
So, a couple things. One, we have 5 contacts, so we're activated with VHF only. It's pretty simple to do, and running about 7 or 10 minutes max. And that's because I'm changing all these antennas around. I got 3 different antennas I'm using. Just the, the rubber duck, if you can see this, the roll-up J-pole, which is a lot more friendlier because of the weight on this connection right here, versus the coax. This heavy coax right here.
I don't hear anyone else out there responding to you. I'm going to move on unless you've got something else to test, because I actually pulled over to the side of the road to make a contact with you. I've seen you on your channel and Josh's as well, and thought I'd pitch in and say hello. So let me know if you need anything else before I get going.
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate you pulling over and let me move between some antennas and a stationary point so that I know I've got a known fixed item down there, your radio in one position, and you got some distance being in, I think you said Palos Verdes. So that helps me out tremendously. Also kind of proved a point that this roll-up J-pole is probably one of the most effective things to take on a SOTA hike because it's super lightweight and it's got a lot of gain and easily deployable. It's a great antenna, and you know, especially when you're shooting through RF here with these radio towers, with it being omnidirectional, it just really works out well. So thanks for pulling over. Thanks for checking out my videos on YouTube and follow me there as well. So hope to talk to you again.
Yeah, I've actually got a wire J-pole at home. It's an Ed Fong, and it's the best thing I can get to quickly deploy from my condo, and it's been really amazing. I've been making SOTA contacts with it everywhere. So yeah, I look forward to talking to you again soon. Good luck out there today, and I'll hopefully be in touch. KM6 RVB.
Roger, Roger. All right, man. Yeah, this is I think this is Ed Fong as well. This was given to me by a buddy of mine, and I don't recall the brand, but he thought it was Ed Fong too. But it's a VHF UHF, and this thing is phenomenal. I mean, the portability of it and the effectiveness, I don't think you can compare to anything else for doing SOTA. So, all right, man. Motor safe. Good talking to you. 73, and we'll catch you on another one. KG6HQDQRZ for Summits on the Air. KM6 PRD, copy. KG6HQD. You still there?
Yeah, still here. Signal broke out a little bit on the last transmission.
Okay, yeah, kind of holding this antenna a little funky. I've got some RG13 on this VX8 with a couple of connections, and it's kind of stiff. I don't really like the way it's putting pressure on the antenna connection point, but we're making it work. Yeah, you sound pretty good up here. Go ahead, I want to get a little audio of you.
Yeah, no, you're sounding good. 5'9" here, coming from Diamond Bar, California.
Roger, Roger. All right, man, well, 73, have a good day. Good talking to you.
You too, 73, good luck up there.
All right, I think that was KX6A. I'm getting quite a few stations, obviously, being up here on the peak. Was that you, KX6A?
Yeah, KX6A, just telling you that the current antenna is the best so far. I'll let you get back to it. Talk to you later, bye. 73.
Roger, yeah, that's the beam. I guess I just had to point it in the right direction. So, yeah, I've got the Sunset Ridge off to the side now, and I'm pointing actually right toward the IE.
Yeah, full scale over here, HQD, WB6, always 0B. WB6A is the beam Menifee.
Copy a Menifee, Whiskey Bravo 6, was it Alpha Oscar Bravo? Is that what that was?
Alpha Zulu Bravo.
All right, got it. Whiskey Bravo 6, Alpha Zulu Bravo. I didn't bring my glasses, so I transpose things every so often. I just want to make sure I can get it right.
Yeah, I don't know why people do the Zulu and the Zero all at the same time here, but that's very common for some reason. Anyway, name is Larry, and just getting ready to pack it up and go to a VE session. Where you at?
Cool, yeah. I'm doing Summits on the Air. I'm on top of Sunset Ridge, right above Claremont. All right, yeah, I got Hal calling me right now. N6JZT, KG6HQD, copy?
Yeah, very good. You're 5 and 6 down here in Torrance.
You're 59, but you're off the backside of my beam, so that's not too bad, I guess, huh? Yeah, that's exactly my goal today. In fact, I'm spinning the beam right now. You're Torrance, you said, so I'm going to take a guess and go about right here somewhere, maybe?
Oh my goodness, you're 20 over 9.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the beam, you know, you get to make it directional, and I'm going right over the top of the towers over there on the other side of Sunset Ridge pointed at you. Let me quit wiggling you around a little bit. So Hal, down in Torrance, I was pointed this way, and I know that Hal lives
QCB spotted you.
that way. So when I spun the beam around, you heard him say I went from 5.6 to 20 over 9. So that's the beauty of a directional antenna. Say,
where do I press? Like
that button right there.
This?
Hailee is going to make a cue, so yeah, just push that and talk into it. When you're pushing, you talk.
What do I say?
Say K6 QCB, this is KG6 HQD.
K6 QCB, this is, oh my gosh.
You know my call sign. Hold on to this too, so go.
I don't know the K6 QCB. Oh.
K6 QCB, so K6 QCB. Hold up next to your mouth. Say K6 QCB. Say it.
K6 QCB, this is KG6 HQD. Did I do it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, listen.
K6 QCB, this is KG6 HQD.
Like a boss. Yeah, third time's a charm. See, the first two were dry
Yeah.
runs. All right, Jeff. So you hear that static?
Yeah.
That's those towers over here interfering a little bit because we have this big beam on there. Now do it again. Calm again. You probably stepped away from radio.
Okay,
So
what is it?
K6 QCB.
K6 QCB, this is KG6 HQD.
K6 QCB.
Say, hey, just key down. Say, this is my first transmission with my dad. My first QSO with my dad. Say that. Key
That's
down. He's
it?
out. He's waiting for you.
Ah! This is my first QSO
Yeah.
with my dad?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all
My
I
first
say.
QSO, but my dad's listening. Go.
This is my first QSO with my dad.
Oh, very good.
I don't even know what that
Glad,
means.
To hear you on the air, you're 5'9" down here in Rancho Cucamonga.
So you're 592.
You're a 592.
All right, very good. I know you've gone on several hikes with them, but this is the first time been on the radio.
Just say yes.
Talk to him. Talk to him like a normal person. Yeah.
Yep, this is my first time.
Oh, you gonna get your license?
Maybe. I'll think about it.
Hey, hold this so that.
It's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
not that difficult. I'm sure you can do it. Your Jerry can help you study for it.
Your dad.
Yeah, yeah, I would do it on my free time.
When do you have free time?
None.
None.
Actually, I have a lot.
Well, first time, and then there's a second and a third and a fourth. So keep at it and have fun with it.
What do I say? Thanks. Thanks.
Whatever you want to say.
I don't even know what to say.
Well,
Thanks.
say yeah. Say thank you. Say whatever you want.
Thank you.
All right, glad to hear you on the air. You have fun up there.
My dog's staring at me. All right, just had a good conversation with a hiker that was saying, "What are you doing over there? Are you tracking an animal?" And had to share with him about what ham radio is and Summit's on the air. And he had a lot of questions. But one of the things he said is, "Hey, with the internet and cell phones, isn't that stuff done? People still do that?" And but then once I explained a little bit about it, he seemed kind of interested. So we'll see. Hopefully you find yourself on this video. But so we're done with our little testing today. We got the beam, the roll-up J-pole, and the rubber duck. And clearly each one has its strengths and weaknesses. And with the rubber duck being by far the weakest antenna, it's good when you're hiking up and you obviously have to have something very portable. And it's good to get your APR signal out because it's such a narrow signal. It's efficient enough for that. But you get up on these hills and it works. I've done plenty of signal QSOs that way, I should say. But it's just not as effective as the roll-up J-pole. I mean, I've just got this thing just kind of thrown in a tree. Nothing fancy at all. Just thrown in a tree, just so that it's up off the ground a little bit. And that, being omnidirectional with high gain, did actually the best. Followed up by the Arrow beam. You can see again that I have it oriented vertically versus horizontally because most people running FM are vertically polarized. So that's why I did that. And I swing around depending upon where they're at. If I point it at them all day long, this thing will work real well. But it's got its purpose. The thing that's a downside with that for Summits on the air is, yeah, you can get really far contacts, and if you want to run sideband, I'd highly recommend this and going horizontally polarized. But you can make further distance contacts with it because it's more narrower. But you have to carry this big tripod, and that's a lot of work. I mean, my backpack was almost 18 pounds with just this antenna set up, my normal water weight, and then this. It's the same amount as if I carry all my other junk. I left all my cooking kit at home and everything else, so this is just too heavy for me. It'll have its applications, and I did it for this video, but it's nothing that I make a big habit. In fact, I haven't dragged this thing up on a hill in over probably 2 years at least because it's just too heavy. The roll-up J-pole, way to go. So if you're thinking about SOTA, you got to have a roll-up J-pole in your arsenal, and think of a way to deploy it and hang it up so that you can make it effective. You don't want to hang on to it. Even if you just get a stick and you kind of hold it up with a stick, that's okay. But it's got to be a fairly tall stick depending upon which one you have. And there are VHF only and UHF only ones, and they're dual band ones. And I'd encourage you to get the dual band one because there's not much in weight difference for that. But anyways, that's kind of the video here. Made a good contact, I think 10 or 11 contacts. Hailee even did some third-party traffic. Talked to Jeff down there in the valley. That was her first time on the radio, so that was cool. And now she's being a teenager over there, just doing nothing. And Tayo. Yep. So the other thing too with the beam, one more thing, is when you roll this thing up, you got to protect it because these things are aluminum. They bend easy. They're somewhat fragile. So what I did is I used this brace right here, and I'll show you some clips of that shortly. But I use this brace as like a stabilizer, and all these things unscrew, and you put them all inside this, and then I basically wrapped them up inside the towel down there just to kind of keep them from bending. I made a quiver out of some ABS pipe, way too heavy. So that's it for the day. Had a good time. Thanks everybody for chasing me. If you haven't subscribed, I'd encourage you to subscribe. Every video is going to have something like this, a little bit of the how-to and why on the SOTA activations. If you got any questions, put them in the comment down there. You know, we got YouTube live streams coming up. Check me out there. If you want to talk and connect instantly, Twitter's where it's at. I'd encourage you to use your call sign as well in case I get to talk to you. So always drop your call sign and your name if you're going to leave a comment on YouTube or Twitter. And but Twitter, I'm on Twitter all the time. So if you want to connect with me fast, Twitter's where it's at. All right, that's it for right now. 73 KG6HQD. All right, everybody, a little bit of an alibi. My daughter Hailee, she's crushing it out on these trails. She's outpacing me most of the time. So we're just talking about, she's kind of doing a YouTube thing as well and just getting started. What's the name of your channel? What do you think?
It's just Hailee Hildeman.
Right now it's called Hailee Hildeman, but we're talking about how it can interact with my channel and what you guys might be interested in. So a lot of my viewers like to see all the Summits on the Air stuff and, you know, some of the actual activations and the learning points on ham radio. Hailee likes to hike and she crushes it, like I said. So she's probably going to do some of the trail, what did you say you're going to do? The trail what? Trail reports? Or So go ahead, tell me what you're going to do.
So like if you want to know like what the trail's like and like what the summit's like, then you can like comment down below, like reach me, and then I'll talk to my dad about it and we'll probably go hiking and I'll film it and just show you guys the trail.
So she's going to do some trail reviews. So if you want to know some information on where to go, where to park, how to get there, was the trail open, Hailee's going to do all that. And this is going to be her debut video. I'm going to hand her my GoPro and she's going to do the entire trail report, Hailee style.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we'll have to see how it goes. Anyways, Twitter, you on Twitter too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think it's just Hailee Hildeman. Hailee_Hildeman.
Hailee_Hildeman. So some of this may change. We'll put some stuff in the description and make sure that we get the right YouTube channel information and Twitter information. But this
Instagram's just Hailee Hildeman too.
Instagram, yeah. She's on Snapchat, Instagram.
Hildeman.
She's on everything, you know, because she's a teenager, 14 years old, and she's on everything. So, anyways, she crushes out here. So, anyways, check out her trail. We're getting eaten up by the bugs, so we're gonna get the heck out of here, huh? That'll be in her report about the bugs, I'm sure. All right.
N1 UFO. How's it going there, Jerry?
And we got Gabe on the DMR. Hey, Gabe. Putting you in the video, man. DMR contact on top of Sunset Ridge in Southern California. Doesn't qualify for SOTA, of course, like I answered your question on the, what was that? Super chat. Yeah, so, but nonetheless, still made a contact with you from the summit.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Wish I was there. I wish I could hit you VHF from New York. That would have been.
So Gabe is in Brooklyn, New York.
I think
DMR Digital.
They're on their testing.
Yeah.
Programming. I leave a little space here.
We're getting invaded again by people.
86DM and one UFO with the KG6 HQD.
Like I went up afterwards, like one of the guys was working on it. So like we all went up there to check it out.
86 DM KG6 HQD. Dennis, you copy?
There was a lot of snakes there. Yeah, like at the bottom of the mountain. Well, they didn't know what.
And one UFO in the group. I think Jerry. This is 86DM testing on DMR hotspots. Just adjusted the offsets to see if I get better reception on this thing. How am I copying?
Yeah, good strong audio. You're all the way in there, no problem. Sounds good. I wish I could point the beam at you and work you, but I think you're a little far away for 5 watts without sideband.
Yeah, roger that. I spotted you, but, or not spotted you, but I got the alert. Turned on the radio, but course, nothing heard. Yeah, bright and early, huh? You guys on your way back down?
Yeah, breaking it down now. Plenty of activity up here, man. Like every time I turn around, there's people coming up on the slope. I didn't think there would be, but it's a busy peak for whatever reason. It's kind of a anticlimactic peak in my opinion, but hey, you know, people are just getting exercise, I guess. And it's too freaking hot, man. I'm gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing down. I just wanted to make a couple of DMR contacts from up here. I got the video clip of you and Gabe, so I'll probably put that in there, a little bonus footage or something. And you know, using the Alliance DMR, hitting Santiago Peak, no problem. You sound great. And you're in Stockton, right?
Correct, I'm in Stockton, and great to hear you. And I'll be continuing to work on this hotspot. I was talking to Gabe earlier that I completely wiped my whole radio after a firmware update, so I have to reprogram from scratch because I can't find my backed up code plug for this thing. Anyway, 73 to you. Have a safe trip down, and it's good to hear you. This is 86DM. I'll continue to be monitoring.
All right, man. 73, dude. We'll talk to you later. I'm gonna set this thing down and break down this Arrow beam and start hiking on out of here. But good talking to both you guys. KG6AHQD. And that's it. 2 DMR contacts just for fun. This is me taking a selfie.
Look at, he's taking a selfie.
Work it.
Ew. What?
Actually, it's me taking a picture of you taking a picture of me. Lame.
Oh,
What
yeah.
are we holding? This is us goofing around.
Ready? Ew, I make like weird noises.
Ready, go.
I'm so sweaty and crusty. So